Last evening, the political leader of our party, along with 3 other political leaders in Liberia, President George Manuel Weah, Honorable Alexander Benedict Cumming, Musa Hassan Belete, and D. Maswell Sakemeya Sr. issued a statement condemning the arrest and incarceration of Speaker Kofa and the 3 other lawmakers, and they call for their unconditional release. These people, we consider them political prisoners because, as a matter of fact, we all know that they are innocent because the real culprits of the Capitol building fire have been shielded. And so today, after they were taken to the Monrovia Central Prison, we were making our way there when we were ambushed by the Liberian National Police, and several members of the party were brutalized, and I was brutalized and taken to police custody. And you all saw the video. We were not in any form obstructing traffic. We were not in any form obstructing anything. We were not in any form protesting. We were exercising our right to free movement, which is constitutionally guaranteed. But the police violently manhandled my person. I'm wounded in several places as I speak to you now. But I want to call on seditionists and all members of the opposition community that there is a rallying call. We call on you. We thank you first for coming today. On Monday, we'll be at the Monrovia City Court because our leaders have demanded the unconditional release of Speaker Kofa, Honorable Dixon Wulawisibo, Honorable Abu Bana Kamara, and Honorable Jacob Debbie. And we want to send this message out to the government. You are hereby mandated to release Speaker Kofa and the 3 lawmakers who we consider innocent and who we consider political prisoners under the Unity Party government of President Bouaka. And we want to warn President Bouaka and his government that the peace and stability of the country is not contingent upon the arms the police is carrying or even the army. The peace of the country is guaranteed by the civility of the population. And you are testing the civility of the population. And so we are mandating the people to come out because they have reached the point where the people will have to take their destiny into their own hands. So on Monday, we'll be assembling here today. We want to say thank you for coming today. On Monday, we'll call all members of the opposition to the Sambo as we march to the Monrovia City Court to show solidarity with Speaker Kofa and the 3 lawmakers that have been detained illegally. And we want to call on the government that the safety and protection of Speaker Kofa and all those who are in prison are in your hands. And so we'll see you on Monday. Thank you very much.
My people, hello. I came to you people are my family. I came to sympathize. On behalf of my wife, Claude Marie Weah, and our entire institution, the CDC, we are here to extend our deepest sympathy and many condolences to the Doe family. Like I say, I'm not a politician. I was blessed to be a leader here in this country because of the people voice. And your voice, people of Grand Judah. I was reared in Sastan in Filocli. My great-grandparents are from Putu Mountain. For me, every Liberian, they are my family. I work for our country as a peace ambassador. A tornado watch has been issued to restore peace among us. I am the color that everybody will adapt. I know no Grandian, no Nibadians or Sastodians. We are all one people. And I'm here today not to make news. There's a family gathering. That's why I'm here. My brother, Ase Yanambo, didn't even need to say what he...
Okay, folks, welcome. This is the Today Show, right there on Spoon 107.5. We are coming to you live from Otis Congo Town here in Monrovia, Liberia. It's 40 minutes on the flip side of 9 o'clock. Oh, yes, you've been listening to different excerpts here on this radio pertaining to trending national issues. As you know, the ex-speaker for Nanti Kofa and, of course, other lawmakers currently in prison at the South Beach for they've been accused of planning and executing the arson attack on the Capitol, the sacred building. So this morning they will be appearing at the Monrovia City Court for hearing, and that hearing is slated for 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. later this afternoon. And of course, we will be there to bring you a full coverage of every bit of happening there. But as of now, we don't have a luxury of time on the show. So what we do, we will open the lines so that you, the callers, you, our listeners, you, our viewers, can call in and make your contributions to what's been happening since last week, beginning with the invitation of the lawmakers, the charges that were, pressed against them, their incarceration, the release of, other one of them, and not just one of them, but others, like Frank Safoko and the others, they were released. They were said not to have been linked to the act. Up to this morning, the CDC chairman, Jangako, was also detained, by the police. He was actually manhandled by the police. He was released later on. They had a press conference condemning the act, and this morning they said they will be marching peacefully to call the attention of the international community, to call the attention of many Liberians, and in solidarity with this former speaker and those lawmakers who were, incarcerated. So we just want to solicit your views on this, on all of these happenings this morning. You call us on 0777 1075 0777 1075 0555 101075. You call us in. Have your say here for the next about 38 minutes that we have here. You can call us and have your say. 0777 1075 0555 1075. The hearing of the speaker and the other lawmakers incarcerated, accused of planning and executing the arson attack on the Capitol is going to be at 12 p.m. This afternoon. So you can rest assured that we bring you every bit of happening this afternoon from the Temple of Justice at the Monrovia City Court. So let's now go to the lines and speak to our callers this morning. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from?
Good morning, sir. My name is Robert F. Farmer, and I call you from the Blue Belt, Shara community.
Robert Flaman, is good having you on this morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I just want to discuss issue concerning the incarcerations of the lawmakers.
Okay.
Although it is right to do the right thing in this country, we want to make sure that the right thing is done. But we should also know that there are leaders among us that need to be respected. Also, the law, I think the law must protect these people because they are our leaders. By taking them to carry them to court and favoring some and doing what you think you can do because you have the power, and it's not right. This is
what sort of respect did you want them to be accorded? I mean, they are Liberians. Yes, they are permanent citizens. They are stakeholders in the country. They occupy, important positions, in the country. So what sort of respect? Because the laws of the country, the law says everybody must be treated, the same way before the law.
Yeah. No, when we talk about
whether you're an ordinary citizen, whether you're a government official, I mean, the law calls for everybody to be treated equally.
Yeah, I know the Constitution clearly stated, but the respect I'm talking about, in a sense, why will you be arresting almost 5 to 6 lawmakers and releasing one in the name that they say were ongoing renovation? And you saying that the person, the lawyer came and signed for the person, will all even give me bill. Even give me bill that they will release them on.
Thank you very much.
Nothing of that kind. But
thanks for calling and making your views heard. Let's talk to this person. Good morning, your name and where you join us from? Good morning, are you there?
Yeah.
Good morning. Your line is very low. Let's hear you. Hello, are you there? Okay, we're not getting this person. Let's take another call here. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from? All right. Let's talk to this other person. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
How are you? Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Vanny Goto, family calling you from the Belema community to be precise.
Okay, Vanny, let's hear you.
Yeah, my wife is Labour family sitting by me. I just want to say something clear, make something clear rather. Liberia for all Liberians. If you rich, you poor, you president, not president, once you commit crime and the laws or say they should deal with you, you should lay by the law. The arrest of those lawmakers for our representative for Copa and the rest. The charge and never have come down to say they are guilty. The preliminary report they gave. So today they will be going to the court for hearing. So you know, exercise patience. Our brother CDC, we are members of CDC, but we can behave like Liberia for CDC. Let us stop that. It's not a good behavior. We witnessed the 6 years that we were in power. We the sedition, our president, German, and when we took the injection, we took the people child board. What come out of it? You don't take time how to handle things in Mama Liberia. Liberia need peace. We don't want lawlessness in this country anymore. Please, sedition, I can't go talk about bringing 100 men on the street for what? You bringing it on what? When you are represented, walk at the university campus, you make people beat all there. You think Liberia for you alone? That thing you stop it. You stop it. Before one day we the citizens will get angry without having you guys arrested. You stop it. Liberia not for you.
Okay, sorry. For those of you, sorry. So, yeah. Welcome back. Just let us know if there is sound now, please. We apologize earlier. There was no sound. So yeah, the numbers remain the same. 0777 1075, 0777 1075, 0555 101075. I think there is sound now, please. So if there is sound, just let us know. I think it's okay now. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. So let's go back to the lines and take more callers. So at 12 p.m. will be the hearing of the former speaker and the rest of the lawmakers accused of the arson attack on the Capitol building. And we will be there to bring you a live coverage. Let's go back to the lines. 0777 1075, 0555 101075. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah. You see, I have serious problem with our brothers and sisters who are marching, doing all these things.
Okay.
If we say this person commits a crime, let us not deal with the person. If the person is guilty, he's guilty. If he's not guilty, then they will acquit him. But I see no reason why these guys want to bring compassion or whatnot. So I have serious problem with some of these guys. They just still want to destabilize the country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. Let's talk to another person here. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from? Good morning. Are you there? Okay, so we lost that person. Let's talk to this other person. Good morning.
Good morning, Spoon FM, and let me say good morning to our many listeners across normal Liberia.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, I'm Ramsey FD, and I do join you from district number 5, Montserrat County.
Yeah, Ramsey, let's hear you.
Yeah, brother, let me tell you something. The culture of impunity of our nation, you need to stop, right? People kill people here. Nothing comes from all of it. Peace country where myself living. Look, not peace next year, brother. That building is the facing of the nation. When they say Liberia, the Republic of Liberia, that few buildings are standing in the center part of the city. That what they represent the whole nation just for power greed. Only for one person. This man, look, let me tell you something. If he found guilty, it could even be the sitting president today. Lebron got to get that mind. If that person go against our constitution, like what happened to that Capitol building, he must come down. That man, nobody should go on the street. Look, so I don't really know why I see some of our brethren going stand to go. So let's destroy the nation. So do you feel within your wickedness should continue happening to you and myself? Your wickedness?
Thank you very much. Thanks for calling. Let's see if we can talk to another person here. Thank you very much. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from?
Hello?
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Good morning. Are you hearing me? Okay, so we lost him. Let's hear another person out here this morning. You're listening to the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5 is 28 minutes on the flip side of 9 o'clock. And this morning, we're just soliciting calls. We want to hear your views about what's going on as it relates to the imprisonment of the former speaker and other lawmakers over their alleged involvement in the arson attack at the Capitol. Let's see if we can speak to this person. Good morning, your name and where you join us from.
Good morning, this is Brother Abraham Vistano calling from Caldwell.
Brother Abraham, let's hear you.
Yeah, let the law take its course because everybody believes in the law.
Okay.
Let them deal with the people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let the law take its course. Let's talk to this other person. Hello.
Hello?
Good morning. Let's hear you out.
Yeah, my name is James Fire calling from Looking Up Bell.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, you know, what is going on now is that yesterday the law take its course when Bani Samuga was denied his position and he was able to face the court and they deny him. So why is it that today is other way around and they are saying that it's not good? This is not good for Liberia. Let the law take its course. What was good yesterday must be good today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's see if we can talk to this person. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from. Okay, we lost this person. Let's hear from this line. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. My name is Josiah, and I phone you from my Johnsonville residence.
Josiah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I like to make this point. I think the imprisonment of those lawmakers is being politically attached in a sense that we see them being invited for questioning on a Friday, and that question lasted almost close to the time that the court have already closed, to the point that they were not able to be issued a bill where it can be, set free or be, sent home to rest for Monday while trial or whatever. And then again, I think I overheard or I followed spoke one time that the former speaker on your show made it clear that you see the entire investigation being attached to some political figure or whatever. And then he requested that there should be an international investigator being brought forward. I think he's being a person of interest.
International investigators been here already.
Pardon?
International investigators been here already.
Are they the one doing the investigation of which he was in prison this on Friday?
Pardon?
Are they the one doing the investigation for which he was in prison this on Friday?
National investigators from the U.S. They came here. They did their own investigation to authenticate whether the attack on the Capitol was an arson attack. So you wouldn't expect an international investigator to come and prosecute this case on the behalf of the country. That wouldn't happen.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so if you're listening to the Today Show right here on Spawn, we soliciting calls from you, our viewers and listeners this morning. What's your take about what's happening in the country as it relates to the arrest of former Speaker Kofa and others? They'll be appearing today at 12 p.m. at the Monrovia City Court at the Temple of Justice. What do you make of out of the story behind this arrest, all of the happenings that are accompanying this arrest? Let's talk to this person on this international line. Good morning, your name and where you join us from?
Good morning, my friend and brother. My name is Mike Chita Kosibo. I'm calling from Hungary. I am a Liberian, and I do believe that everyone is equally right, have an equal right to justice. And I just want to ask this decision, why are they going out for? To disrupt the investigation or to show sympathy? If you want to show sympathy, go in a good manner, but not to parade on the street and disrupt the attention of the government. Let us be justice to ourselves. We should stop doing things that will cause other people to say, oh no, the other people is doing wickedness, the other people doing this kind of thing. Let us be truth. Let it allow the people to go for investigation. They are not escort for other Liberians. There are other people in prison today for different crimes. Their investigation, no one get on the street. Why escort about the people? Let it go for the investigation.
Thank you.
And let it leave the street. Today's a Monday, so have a good working day. Let it go and attend their businesses and go to schools.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. Let's hear another person now. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from? Good morning. Are you there?
Yes. Good morning. How you doing, sir?
I'm okay. Let's hear you out.
My name is Roland Freeman. I call from Columbus, Ohio. I personally don't have problem with the individuals who want to assemble to watch their leader, going to court. I believe that they have that right. But one thing I would say, the right to tamper with justice, to tamper with the investigation, to tamper with the court proceeding, it is not their right to do that. And so they should give the court chance and the government to prove their case and these individuals to prove their innocence. And so we wish them good luck, but we hope that the process will be avoided of any attempt to interfere with the judicial process. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 077771075, 077771075, 055101075 are the numbers to put you through here this morning. Also remember that the CDC says it's going to be marching this morning in solidarity with the arrested and imprisoned lawmakers, including the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Fornanti Kopa. So let's get an excerpt of the press conference held by Janga Ko, who happens to be the chairman of the CDC. He was arrested and placed behind bars temporarily, released, but after that, he held a press conference condemning his arrest and announcing a march to the capital, specifically the Monrovia City Court this morning in solidarity with the former Speaker and other lawmakers who have been arrested in link to the arson attack on the capital. So let's hear Janga Ko speak for a while.
For democratic change. So, yesterday we witnessed a very sad situation in our country when the government invited, it didn't hear on to Speaker J. Funati Kofa, Abu Bana Kamara, Dixon Wulawisibo, and Jacob Debbie, 4 representatives who are members of the mighty CDC. This government conspiracy, even after to correct the Speaker to resign, after almost 8 months of illegally holding on to the position of the speakership, after we saw the broad day vandalization of the Speaker's office, after we witnessed the brutalization of sitting lawmakers at the National Legislature, unprecedented in Liberian history, yesterday was the climax where we saw the illegal incarceration of Speaker Kofa and the 3 other CDC lawmakers. The Unity Party government of President Boakai is inviting chaos into the country. And our silence over the last 1.5 years, it's not a sign of weakness of the opposition community or the CDC for that matter. But the CDC considered the election of 2023 on a margin of 17,000 votes which were within the margin of error. But that the CDC conceded, that President we are conceded meant the CDC is a party of the rule of law. The CDC is a party of peace. And no amount of propaganda from the government is going to pin this party. As a matter of fact, that negative propaganda against the party has long been erased. Because over the last 1 year and a half, Liberia has witnessed that the CDC has exhibited the highest degree of civility, the highest degree of patience. But the government has crossed the dangerous red line. Last evening, the political leader of our party, along with 3 other political leaders in Liberia, President George Weah, Honorable Alexander Benedict Cumming, Musa Hassan Belete, and D. Maswell Sakemea Sr. issued a statement condemning the arrest and incarceration of Speaker Kofa and the 3 other lawmakers, and they call for their unconditional release. These people, we consider them political prisoners because, as a matter of fact, we all know that they are innocent because the real culprits of the Capitol building fire have been shielded. And so today, after they were taken to the Monrovia Central Prison, we were making our way there when we were ambushed by the Liberian National Police, and several members of the party were brutalized, and I was brutalized and taken to police custody. And you all saw the video. We were not in any form obstructing traffic. We were not in any form obstructing anything. We were not in any form protesting. We were exercising our right to free movement, which is constitutionally guaranteed. But the police violently manhandled my person. I'm wounded in several places as I speak to you now. But I want to call on seditionists and all members of the opposition community that there is a rallying call. We call on you. We thank you first for coming today. On Monday, we'll be at the Monrovia City Court because our leaders have demanded the unconditional release of Speaker Kofa, Honorable Dixon Wulawisibo, Honorable Abu Bana Kamara, and Honorable Jacob Debbie. And we want to send this message out to the government. You are hereby mandated to release Speaker Kofa and the 3 lawmakers who we consider innocent and who we consider political prisoners under the Unity Party government of President Bouaka. And we want to warn President Bouaka and his government that the peace and stability of the country is not contingent upon the arms the police is carrying or even the army. The peace of the country is guaranteed by the civility of the population. And you are testing the civility of the population. And so we are mandating the people to come out because they have reached the point where the people will have to take their destiny into their own hands. So on Monday, we'll be assembling here today. We want to say thank you for coming today. On Monday, we'll call all members of the opposition to the Sambo as we march to the Monrovia City Court to show solidarity with Speaker Kofa and the 3 lawmakers that have been detained illegally. And we want to call on the government that the safety and protection of Speaker Kofa and all those who are in prison are in your hands. And so we'll see you on Monday. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that's the voice of the chairman of the CDC, Janga Cole, speaking at a press conference after he was released from behind police bars. They had gone, according to them, in solidarity with the lawmakers arrested, but he and others were arrested and placed behind bars temporarily. They were released, and it was upon his release that he made that statement. But today they said they're going to be out. They're going to be out in solidarity of the former speaker. As you know, the former speaker, this sedation, is a member of the CDC, and all of the lawmakers, you know, who have been accused, they are all affiliated with the CDC. So we go back to the lines and take more calls. What do you make of these happenings from last week up until this time? What's your making of them? What's your perspectives about some of those happenings? You know, in this country, for me, what I think is that politics is our problem in this country. You know, because of our different political views, because of our different political affiliations. You know, we tend to politicize everything in this country, and we cannot keep on politicizing everything in our country and expect that we get somewhere or that the country is going to progress. No. I know we cannot do without politics. Politics is a nature of man. We cannot do without it. But when we are playing our politics, I think we sometimes we just need to be objective in the politics that we play just for the sake of the country. Because if we continue to play that blind politics with our country, then the country will go nowhere. So an act occurred December 18th. The Capitol building, a state-owned property that's, you know, considered one of the most sacred buildings in the country, was gutted by fire. And this came in the midst of heated politics up Capitol Hill. Police have been carrying on an investigation. Even international investigators came in to say, you know, that wasn't an electrical fault. That was an arson attack on the Capitol. Who did it? Police have been doing their own investigations, and they finally concluded that based on preliminary findings they have, certain individuals are linked to that incident. And those individuals were, you know, in prison. Some people say, oh, the people, we should treat them, you know, respectably, because they occupy, you know, important positions in the country. So the way they were just bundled, the way they were in prison, that's a disrespect and all of that. What other way did you expect them to be treated? I mean, everybody has equal rights under the laws. Everybody. I mean, we sat here a few weeks ago, I'll say, and we criticized the form and manner in which the majority bloc was proceeding. We sat here. We criticized the form and manner in which they were proceeding outside of the law. We were clear, very, very emphatic about that. The form and manner in which they proceeded, they were not proceeding right. Even the government, even the president, we sat there and we criticized their actions. And at the end of the day, what happened? Everything that was said clearly showed itself, because you had a majority bloc speaker who considered himself a speaker, but at the end of the day, what did he do? He had to contest for a speakership election. So that unambiguously, or is an unambiguous manifestation that, you know, he wasn't a speaker, he was just purported as a speaker. And he himself later on came and said, oh, everything that was there was just politics. And he confessed, he said it. In this case, let the police do their job. That's what I can say. Let the police do their job. Let's stop politicizing this matter. Let the police do their job. Let the police do their investigation. If those lawmakers will be forwarded to court, of course, they have right to legal counsel, and they are going to go through the court process. But let's forget about, because, those people in position, they insert the occupying prestigious positions in the country, so they must be treated respectably. Everybody has equal rights, even the layman, the ordinary citizens. Everybody has equal rights under the law. So now, because you lawmaker, so when you are linked to an act and you're being persecuted, your prosecution should be so special, or they should, design someone actness as a prison for you. You want the men to be, you want the people to be treated respectably. Let's take them to Bolivar Palace. They be someone in one hotel, we go pay for one hotel for them there, they be there. We consider that place as their prison. But that's not what the law says. Everybody is equal. Everybody is equal under the law. The same procedure that's accorded the common man, the least man in the country, the same procedure that's accorded him, that same procedure must be accorded to every other person. And one of the callers called in and said, relative to the CDC gathering today, is the right of any citizen to gather in solidarity with anybody. The Constitution of the country protects that right. Yeah, so CDC gathering today shouldn't be a problem. Seditions gathering today shouldn't be a problem. They have the right. They can march like any other person to go, in march in solidarity with their arrested officials. But what matters is they should not obstruct justice. They should not obstruct the process. If they do that now, then they will be going beyond the bounds of their rights. And I know they're not going to do that. I know they're not going to do that because I was at the capital, at the headquarters of the police last week. I did not see them do that. The police set up a barricade, and we saw, supporters of those lawmakers, most of whom are seditious, respecting the barricades of the police. Even Akaras Gray and other prominent, members of the CDC, they were there and they respected the police barricade. So they can go and, give support in whatever way and form they want to. But that should be done in the confines of the law. If anybody now wants to disrupt, you want to obstruct justice, then of course the police will have the right now to, arrest you. But I think it's important. Sometimes let's forget about being subjective. Let's be objective to the issues that matter to the country. Forget about your political affiliation. Because a lot of people in this country, because of their political affiliation, they have a fixed mindset. Once I'm part of CDC, it means CDC can do wrong, or nobody from CDC can do wrong. Once I'm part of the Unity Party, it means the Unity Party can do wrong, or nobody from the Unity Party can do wrong. So if anybody from the Unity Party does wrong, that wrong is very glaring. You see Unity Party partisans or supporters supporting and cheering that person up, even though what the president has done is clearly wrong. I'm not in any way insinuating that what the charges against the lawmakers, I'm not insinuating that, they actually perpetrated the act, but that's just a scenario. That's just that's just a fact in our body politics here in Liberia. When you're member of the CDC, there's nothing that the CDC will do that is wrong. As our most of our politicians think, that's how most of supporters and partisans of political parties in this country think. So I think the justice process will have to go on. We must put Liberia first. Put Liberia first. If the lawmakers, if they go through investigation, if they are prosecuted and they are found guilty, of course, let them face a penalty. Let them face the prescribed penalties. Not because the lawmakers and so it means they are above the law. They're not above the law. Or you, the common citizen, you, the ordinary citizen, when you violate the law, they can arrest you, they prosecute you, and if you are found guilty, you are punished in line with the law. But the men up there, the lawmakers, they think they're above the law. The same way you are treated, they shouldn't be treated the same way when they are found in the same situation. That's how a lot of Liberians think. I think we have a problem. We have a problem. Our leaders do have a problem, but I think we have more problem if we would think in that form and manner. But whatever the case is, the hearing is today at 12 p.m. And Spoon will be there to provide coverage. We'll bring you every bit of happening. But let the process go on. Do not be panicked. Do not be panicked. Yeah, because some people are raising issues of panic. Some people are saying that, oh, this thing, if they continue this way, people are considering this as a witch hunt. I don't consider it as a witch hunt. I don't consider that as a witch hunt. The police did that investigation, and they came up with preliminary findings, and they think they have sufficient evidence that these individuals were involved in the act. So whether you speaker, you're not speaker, you commit crime, you violate the law, you must be prosecuted. Nobody is a lesser Liberian. Nobody is a greater Liberian than the other. Nobody. You are only privileged to occupy the position. And that position you are privileged to occupy, you didn't just wake up, want some money, and occupy it. It's the same citizens of the country who elected you. They elected you. So your election doesn't mean that you are above the law. Nobody is above the law. Nobody. It is only the government of the day that will make it appear as though someone is above the law. because of the actions or because of the failure of the government to maybe prosecute somebody who might have contravened the law. But nobody is above the law. Once the law is being executed, or once the law is being implemented as it should be, nobody is above it, and nobody should be above it. So, folks, that is it. We go to the lines and we take a few more calls. Right after that, we come to the close of this edition of the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. So you call us on 0777-1075, 0505101075. Let's hear you out for the next 5 minutes. Let's talk to this person. Good morning, your name and where you join us from. Good morning. Let's hear you out.
Yeah, guys. Thompson calling from the SD Cooper.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask because this law we don't really know about. If someone is in jail, or if the police hold somebody and they bring a lawyer to intervene in their case and firing a bomb, the police can look, or the police just want to put the guy in jail. The government to a point. You get me?
Your line is breaking. Your line is breaking. You want to call us back? Let's talk to this person. Hello, your name and where you join us from.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Andrew Sagbandi. I'm calling for Spanish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just buttress you and tell citizens and all Liberians the arrest of this the speaker and the other. It is not witch hunting. Look, I'm a Ghana United Partisan. Our against what Joseph Baga did to Kofa. For that reason, I say I was going to leave the United Party. But a particular crime, let me say it today. Kofa is the only person that could have benefited. This crime of asking. So let them wait. The police are stupid. That's what they call probable cause. They are professional people. Yeah. And they got people that confess. They're like me, I go do something, okay, my man, who's saying the dirty thing? That you know? Who, I mean, what Richard Kuhn, I hate Richard Kuhn, even they get clear. Because he's power greedy. But what benefit what are going to be for Richard Kuhn if you are burning that place? You living out, somebody go tell us illegal like you, you there. You are there, you happen you get a house, or you're living in thing one. Now you go burn out, or the person who they took it from. That is common sense here, man.
Thank you.
About the burning of that place. So there's no witch hunt here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for calling. Let's talk to another person. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from?
Hello.
Hello.
Yagashi, how you doing?
I'm good. Let's hear you out.
This is Tommy there. Cool. You can see this whole thing that is going on. Some of us we are surprised to see sedition getting on the street. They want to protest.
Seditions have the right to get on the street, to protest, but the other thing, they shouldn't obstruct the movement of other people. They shouldn't obstruct the justice process.
Okay, but can they remember during Joshua administration when Charles Shelley and Milton Weeks were accused? They were brought from Central Prison with handcuffs. Sedition was at the Temple of Justice, calling them roll. They were handcuffed. Look at this morning. See the dress code of Akara Gray. No different from Zogo, a former sitting law maker. He dressed up, he tied his hair. There's no responsibility in Akara Gray. He's one of those that will be leading the group this morning. So why they can't wait? Why they can't wait? It happened to other prominent citizens of this country. It happened to Judy Bryant. So let them wait. That Capitol building was built by President Tubman. That our historical building. Look at that morning. They smoked the fire. they are talking about they should not go to jail. They are lawmakers. They should do this. So the police should carry them to a Boulevard hotel in jail. No. Once you have been, described as common criminal, you are criminal. You must go to jail.
Let's squeeze in this person quickly before we leave. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Yes, this is Lieutenant calling from Caldwell.
Okay,
my brother, I recommend to the president, these guys who are making this provocative remark, let the police for investigation. It is dangerous to use the certain remark against the state. And with the cover, we will kill it. I cannot go there and they will not stay. I cannot go there enough. That a lot is cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The last caller. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Good morning to YKC and good morning to my peace-loving people of the Republic of Liberia. This is Efanso E.S. Kamara. I do join this conversation this morning from a peaceful resident transformer community of Mr. TV. YKC, what on my mind is that let's just say we preview. This capital daily like Bob friend is harmful to our country. The capital daily is the brain of this country. So a group of elements can just down themselves for the personal attachment and damage our property, our state property, and vandalize it. Then they be prosecuted when they are found guilty, and then they deal with it to the full of the law. So I'm surprised. Those guys called themselves lawmakers, they are incompetent, they are very arrogant, they are very destructive. These people does not deserve state power.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the expression, but no time.
Thank you very much. Okay, so folks, that's all the time we have to be here this morning on this edition of the Today Show, the Sport Morning Show right here on Spoon 107.5. Thanks for your listening role. We'll be back here at 12 p.m. to bring to you full coverage of the hearing at the Monrovia City Court. My name is Yekezi Zubel. Of course, you can join us tomorrow for another edition of the Today Show. Bye-bye.